and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch, David. Thank you. Hardaway kicks to Ntilikina. Back to Hardaway. Now here's Green. T right on him. And here's Bullock from the arc. Gobert pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Shoots from the baseline. Edwards can't hit. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Timberwolves have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message, and they're spending more energy at that end of the floor, and that's essential for any elite team.
There's Green with the 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Well, the Belgian native with the nice dime. Frank Ntilikina getting better as a distributor.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Ball passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And no doubt Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Towns comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Conley in for John Wall. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Conley. Here's Hardaway. No good on the shot. And Minnesota now the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
They have been board dominant in this game. It's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Mavericks trail by 17. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And here's Bullock from the arc. It's rebounded by Towns.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Out to Conley. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target from 3-point range. And so Wood will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway with a wide open look. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 17. Here's Towns. Good D by Wood. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Green against Conley. Shots good by Green.
But like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, this guy is just such a load to handle. Karl Anthony Towns spends a lot of time shooting free throws.
And Towns drops them both. And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
On the clock. And they get it back. Ntilikina. And he's good on the 3-ball. Ntilikina's got 5 now.
Well, Frank Ntilikina showing you that under great defense, he can keep his focus and knock it down.
Conley kicks to Towns. Banked in off the glass. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Ntilikina passes to Green. Bullock with it. Towns on him. Bullock dishes to Green. Shooting foul. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constitutes the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The kick out to Towns. And there's Edwards on the assist by Towns. And that's 11 points for Anthony Edwards.
Well, you can see Karl Anthony Towns now is beyond just looking for his own shot. He's understanding, let me make the guys around me feel good.
Ntilikina can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 16. Reed finds Towns. Unloads. Back to Reed. That one goes in. Reed's got his first points of the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
When a pick like that is questionable and it creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And the Mavericks making a change here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Christian Wood. Mike Powell comes in for Reggie Bullock. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Josh Green. And it's Hardy in for Frank Ntilikina. Hardy passes to Powell. And on the way from Irving for 3. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
Kyrie Irving, such a consistent threat to score from anywhere on the floor. That time he goes to the three-point game.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Towns. Tipped away.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Minnesota making some changes. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And John Wall subbed in for Mike Conley. Hardy passes to Powell. And the layup's good off the glass. And Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Noel's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 9. 1:12 left to play in the first half. Wall passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Well, this is what makes Towns so dangerous. Pick and roll, pick and pop. He can take you either way off that screen.
Irving finds Hardaway. Now here's Hardy. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Irving. Clock at 6. Another three for Dallas.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
And Towns drops them both.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Irving dishes to Hardaway. Back to Irving. Pass to McGee. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Mavericks trail by 10.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Now, here is Irving. McDaniels defending. Releases. The shot comes out. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
The Mavericks.
Thanks a lot, Kyrie. What got you going in the first?
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
They played with terrific intensity so far, going right at the defense and winning themselves trips to the line. And all those free points can really add up fast. That's how they built up this defense.
And Kenny, how do you think the Mavericks were playing?
Well, it's never fun. When you're playing against a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stop. I don't think the opponent could sustain this kind of shooting.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
Well, Mike Conley specializes in reading the floor. This guy is an expert in pick and roll.
Pass to Wood. Edwards against Hardaway. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the lean, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Gobert.
Well, Mike Conley, slight of frame, but the intention is there and finishes with contact.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Edwards. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Ntilikina passes to Hardaway. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Conley. The pass to Bullock. Rebound, Minnesota. McDaniels got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Towns. Count that one. got 25 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
From the line. Conley left side. Yep, that one goes in there. And it's 6 points for Conley.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Ntilikina over by Conley. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Irving, and rejection by McDaniel.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Right side Millsap. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance.
When Kyrie Irving is engaged, guys, this guy is almost unstoppable. The handle, the finishing of his feet, the absolute fearlessness when the game hangs in the balance.
Greg, you have to love the impact that Tim Hardaway Jr. has had on the defensive end.
He's got a great wingspan to bother shooters and contain penetration. Always aware of where the ball is on the floor. You could call him an underrated defender.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Irving kicks to Wood. And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for the Timberwolves. And Dallas with a change here, too. Dwight Powell's checked in for Reggie Bullock. Millsap in the corner. Offensive rebound. Gobert launches it. That shot off.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Irving from long range. And McDaniels with the block. And that's on a bounce. Dallas will retain possession. Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Powell, the pass to Ntilikina. Dallas moving the ball around. Irving looking over the floor. Pass to Ntilikina. From deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Edwards. He kicks to Gobert. And here is McDaniel. He has 6. Outside Edwards. Knocks down the 3 ball. Edwards got 16.
Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Back to Irving. Steps back and fires. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad. That reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Alexander Walker passes to Conley. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Timberwolves?
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
John Wall's checked in for Mike Conley. Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
It's stolen by Gobert. Lets it fly. A nice shot by McDaniels. That's 10 points for Jaden McDaniels.
We're talking about a dynamic playmaker with exceptional vision. Go ahead, John Wall.
That shot off.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And Irving comes to help. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And he can't jam it through. Mavericks trail by 20. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
13 foul.
Inside. Leans. Second chance effort. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blows. The Mavericks have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it's Wall with the ball for Minnesota. It's an 18-point lead. Takes it inside. Oh!
Now there's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. McDaniels with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Now here's Reed. He's tightly guarded. He gets that one. Reed's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And then those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Irving. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty at how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Powell with the steal. McGee against Gobert, and the wide open shot from Green. Offline with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
It's his first trip to the line. Paul Millsap's checked in for Naz Reid. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Mavericks trail by 21. Irving dishes to Green. Back to Irving. Shoots over McDaniel.
Rudy Gobert, a consistent force on the defensive end, does a nice job sending that one back.
Passes to Alexander Walker. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. McGee, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Now McDaniels, he's got 10. Got a piece of it. And they're pushing it up. Here's Hardy. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 19. Millsap passes to McDaniels. Pass break, Dallas. Powell with the ball. And it's Green missing. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Millsap trying to get open. Shot's good by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got 6.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got his third basket of the night.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
And the Timberwolves call timing.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a nonstop parade to the foul line.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Then for the Mavericks, Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for Green. To the wing right side. Now here is Conley. Defense is right there. And Towns gets it to go.
It's not just the three-point shooting. It's the range three-point shooting. Towns will fire from anywhere.
Shoots from the line. It's not going to go for him. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 seconds. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Hardaway is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's Ntilikina in at the one. No good from Irving.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Here's Edwards. Crafty move. It's rebounded by Dallas. Fast break, Dallas. Edwards against Irving. Hardaway passes to Wood. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
I mean, there's no aspect of the offensive end of the floor that's problematic for Towns. He's a 3-level scorer. His team understands he's in rhythm. It's looking easy for him right now.
And the pass to Hardaway. Back to Irving. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Towns has a 7'4" wingspan. If he gets off the floor, good night.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Roy's ball security flawless in the first half, but since then, it's an absolute disaster.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Conley kicks to Towns. It's good from long range. Towns has got 37.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half, and he also hit one in the first half, too.
Ntilikina passes to Bullock. And another basket for Dallas.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. Back to Conley. Wide open. And it falls over the rim and in. And it's 8 points for Conley.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Pass to Hardaway. Bullock with it. Hardaway kicks to Bullock. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Conley against Hardaway. Conley, the pass to Towns. Bullock. With the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. And he uses the glass on the lane. Irving's got 11 in the second half.
You just want Kyrie Irving to keep his foot on the gas pedal. He's cooking offensively. Keep it going.
Pass to Reed. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Wood's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Irving. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Towns. Wood with the block.
Man, an aggressive block there by Wood. He's not going to shy away from competing defensively. Yeah, easy call.
The Timberwolves making a switch. Gobert's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. Hairtoness comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Both free throws good from Wood. Isn't it great? The NBA is becoming a global product. As more games are scheduled overseas. Doris, any locations you'd like to go to call a game? Maybe you and I could do a game in the Bahamas. How does that sound?
I love it, Kevin. If they're tipping it up, I'd love to be there. And think about it, beyond the travel and the opportunity to see the world, the opportunity to expose new fans to this game that we love so much, certainly not something to take lightly.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Paul Millsap's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Noel.
Minnesota foul. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
First one falls for Noel. He's checked in for Minnesota. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, G.A. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. Certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and the guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
Here's Millsap. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The crafty veteran likes seeing Millsap be aggressive and really force the defense to get physical.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Irving. Outside, Green. Back to Irving. Here's Ntilikina. Passes it to Wood. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
McDaniels dishes to Millsap. Alexander Walker passes to Noel. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's the break. Here's Green. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assist goes.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Noel passes to Gobert. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Second personal foul.
Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. That you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Josh Green. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Here's Ntilikina. Now the pass to Wood. Here's Hardaway. Outside Irving. Pass to Wood. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels with the ball. And finished off by McDaniels.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam. The kick out to Irving. Launches a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, Kyrie Irving has played with LeBron and Kevin Durant. You learn how to operate without the basketball.
Noel passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Irving dishes to Hardaway. 1:53 left to play in the final quarter. Ntilikina kicks to Wood. Irving from long range. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's McDaniels. And again it's Minnesota. Here's Ntilikina. Outside Hardaway. And finished off by Wood.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Knight's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and Moore subbed in for Noel. Here's Knight, and Knight slams it in.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for Dallas. Outside Holiday. Pass to Morris. 1:06 left here in the fourth quarter. Minnesota's got the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc, 6 of 15.
Well, Davis Bertans puts that 6'10 frame to use with that rejection.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his second foul of the game.
14 foul.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Holiday, the pass to Ntilikina. Dallas moving it around. Here's Morris. And he can't bank that one in. So it's the Timberwolves now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Passes it to Alexander Walker. McDaniels in the post. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul. Third team
The free throw drops for McDaniels.
At the line for Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels.
And McDaniels drops them both. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Hardy passes to Holiday. Now here's Hardy. The pass to Kleba. To the inside. Bertans. And finished off by Bertans.
Assisted.
Davis
Maxi
Bertans
Kleba.
punches it. Oh, my goodness.
Here's McDaniels. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Wow, he got whacked
14
on that
foul.
one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels.
And McDaniels drops them both. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
VVS is bruising diamonds. Beggars can't be choosers, so she give me what I want. She be talking crazy, want my baby, I'm like, what? Remember she was frontin', now she when I want. In my zone like 2-3, but I ball like one-on-one. She said that she love me, shh. Guess I'm from Kentucky, I got bluegrass in my bluegrass. She went back to Lex and told me hit her when I come. Know her, but I better